Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Volatility Report. It is I, Andrew Giovinazzi, Chief Operating Officer of OptionPit.com, filling in for Mark Sebastian, who is still in Florida. And he will be there through the weekend. Well, that means you guys got me. Anyway, Mark Vol getting hammered. So this is, I think, a trend, so we'll see how this goes. Now, VIX is catching a little bit today. I think that's fine. Interesting, though, gold miners, miners in general, let's say FCX. Now, look at some of the moves here and some of this stuff, okay? Let's just, and this was a marquee, like there's Rio Tinto, and we can look at some other ones, but look at the moves in these names here just recently. Right? We've been looking at minerals, talking about these kind of names. There's been size, unusual activity in mid-January, and we are, I'm trying to look at some of the levels here. We're back to, okay, we are back to mid-November levels for some of these commodity stocks. Now, we haven't had the giant rebound in the industry quite yet, but you got to look at this and say, well, maybe there is something here. Countries like Brazil, who are sort of energy mineral dependent, catching a little bit of a bid. A lot of the junk oil producers that look like they're going out of business catching a bid. So I think there's still a pretty big squeeze going on in those stocks. I don't know how long it's going to last. I think, something like Freeport seems to have come back. It sort of made its move. You know what I mean? As in, it was ugly. Now, are we back to something around here where there's growth, where, the July zone, something around here where they're going to pick up in commodity prices? I don't know, but that let's just call it the easy money off the bottom seems to have been it seems to at least have been made in some of these, and then you got to price what's if it's really gonna pick up after this. So that, I think, is where the opportunity is. You want to look for some issues that are still moving, that have relatively low volatility. We looked at a couple things. Again, continue to look at some of these things, the oil and gas explorers. I don't know if it's over, but again, looking at where they were starting to trade at just really ugly levels. We're getting a bit of a run here. And I guess just like the equity market, can we get up to like some real levels? Right? If oil's not going to go to the mid-20s, what are we looking for some of these? So I'm looking for like mid-December levels potentially for some of these producers, because there's so much bad news, bankruptcy. A lot of the there's been more reports of some debt forgiveness, debt rolling, changing terms, what have you, something so to basically buy more time for a lot of these explorers that are heavily leveraged. So we'll see. Don't know how long that's really gonna take to sort of percolate through the market. That's the simple answer there, I guess. But it certainly has the potential to pop. We're looking at oil, right? And where are we? I'll just look at USO, right? We're not anywhere near these levels yet. Okay, we're basically just not in the basement. So until something really starts to happen here, if we do start to get a little bit of a break there, then I'll start looking for, tons more. But I'm just looking for levels that are really possible in the short term. So if they keep squeezing some of these producers, then we could see a little bit more of that. Overall for the market, 2000 was my target. I think we hit it. And from there, it'll be, okay, what do we do? I seem to recall It took us a long time to get through 2000 and 2001. I think we need better economic news, although it sounds like this was okay, just wasn't steamrollery. But there has been such a massive rally, right? 20 handles, that's 10% from the bottom near over what, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, that it would make sense for the market to take a breather at this point. I would not be surprised, though, if VIX and the VIX futures closed at lows for the year by the end of the day. So, and we'll just see what happens. But I think you want to kind of stick to where things are still moving. Tech looks like it's kind of exhausted, at least right now. The Q's kind of exhausted. And the opportunity to be really in all the stuff that was really beaten down and looked like it was going broke, and now it's sort of alive again. And that's where I would kind of focus some attention if you want something that's really ripping. And with that, it's Friday here at Option Pit, so we'll have our chat room pro chat, and we'll call it a week. All right. And with that, I will talk to everybody in our chat room in a few minutes. Bye-bye.